almost jokingly started off come on, this video with me fighting the knight in Deltarune again, which I do think would have been funny, but also it just didn't need to be the thing. Alright, let's just go. Okay, so hindsight is 2020. Hindsight's 2020 is all I have to say about that, actually. Okay, let's try to line you up so that you line up perfectly with the fire. Okay, and then we just punch you guys, and then we punch you guys. Perfect. Now we can go on living our best life. Or whatever we've been doing thus far. I can't. What? It just happened. Imagine my game. I do not know what just happened. Here you go. Hope you don't have any allergies. The princess hesitated, lost in thought. She was holding a flower she had picked for the prince. Eventually, the princess nodded with resolve and transformed gently to avoid crushing the flower. She was attempting to give the flower to the prince in her true form. Her fingers trembled with anxiety. But in the end, she never gave him the flower as the wolf. The flower seemed to be telling her that her beastly self would never be good enough for him, and that she would always be a monster who only knew how to hurt others. Wow, the flower's kind of a jerk. Princess, what's wrong? The wolf started to hear the prince's voice. She sighed sadly and transformed back into a princess. No, it's nothing. Here you go. The princess wistfully smiled as she gave the flower to the prince. The prince's usual happy smile filled her with pain that day. Alright, this is new. I actually have no idea how long this game is. Which is probably something I should have checked. But it's basically never something I check. Because I have no self-control or respect for time, I guess. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything that way. Here we go. I was gonna say, you're supposed to be able to jump higher as the wolf. What do you mean? Let's land on that. Yeah. You ever catch mistaken what you're doing, like, immediately after you try to do it? Fire illuminates the dark. Have at thee. Oh, I forgot to look to see what we had unlocked with all of our flower bundles last time. Get over here. Guess I could have just ordered you to walk forward, but now pick that up. Are you kidding me? Literally half a step. Alright, let's go. Light that up. It does bring the light with us, which is nice. Boop. And it's gone. I'll probably come back, but like it's gone for now. And now it's back. Actually, I want to see what's in the middle here, because this feels like the one that's going to have a hidden something. Over here. And I'm dead. What a way to die getting back on the elevator. Fire illuminates the dark. Yes, we all know how fire works. Gravity I have an issue with. What those things are. like what they're supposed to be. Are they supposed to be like crows or bats? It's probably very obvious. It just doesn't look, but also like no design in this game will ever top those goats. Those goats were perfect, and they are will forever will be. Right, we light this up. That's going to set that up. Staying in front of that, keep the fire eliminated. Or does that eventually run out? Oh, so there's just straight up nothing over here. Come on! That's not that bad a fall. It means they're supposed to be able to survive falling like 4.5 feet or 4.5 floors. And you're telling me we can't survive a 2-foot drop? 4.5 feet. Done. Alright, let's go. Let's go this way. We picked this up. You're really getting on my nerves with that. Right, now we go back. Light it up. Then we go this way. That's what I'll light up. Now we wait for that to come back down. Here, and don't get off there because not only is it basically useless, I don't know why my phone just turned itself on. I don't have. Okay. Do you not coming anymore, or. Bam, fire. Here we go this way. We land on the mushroom because that's the only old place I can land, apparently. Can't go down there, so we're just going to go this way. I'm going to guess crows. They're crows. Probably get back up there. Like this. Ow. Alright, we're gonna run out of light. Yep. Should be light over here. Clearly there was also a mushroom over here. Grab that flower petal because you gotta get all of them. Obviously. Then we go back over here. We don't jump off this mushroom because that's just going to kill us. Touching the moon's light will cause a return to wolf form. Oh, I can't command him, but I'm already wolf. I was gonna say, yeah, considering the fact that we've already seen nighttime several times and she doesn't always turn back into a wolf, I'm kind of surprised we made it this far. The princess led the prince through a dark cave. Despite her best efforts to carefully guide him, the ground he was standing on collapsed. The princess squeezed his hand, but she could not lift him up in her current form. She could rescue him easily in wolf form, but if her hand, still holding his, turned into a wolf's, he'd know she was a monster. She tried desperately to pull him up, her entire body shaking. Unfortunately, she couldn't do it any longer. She ran out of energy and unwillingly let go of his hand. Wow, I can't believe we made it this far. Never mind. Oh no, shouted the princess. She looked where he had fallen and saw him lying in a small, shallow hole. Mind went blank and her heart filled with dread, but the prince sat up and waved. He was perfectly fine. He's still lying flat on his face after saying that, though. The ground that had given way was hollow, so the prince didn't suffer any injuries. The princess felt relieved. But the princess looked at her hand, a feeble and tiny hand that couldn't help the prince. She began to feel uneasy about keeping him safe in the future. Alright. It's not actually a puzzle to get him out of the pit, which I was kind of expecting. I don't sense any hostility from this monster. Oh, hey, thanks, man. Okay, I'm stuck. This is the best monster. This is the best character in the game, is this guy. We have to see just to see if we can. Rough illustration. Concept illustration. Wait, that's perfect. I love that. Rough illustration. In my true form, I cannot touch you. We go to rough illustration 2. 3. Character illustration. Raw meat. It doesn't taste good. Fire. I'm scared, but Prince. It's very cute. Mold design, raccoon design. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but man, he's perfect. And I love him. Or her. Or them. Dude. What? Calling BS. Clip down the side of a cave. Fall damage for it. And we'll go this way. Okay, so this seems like the wrong way to go. Okay, there's nothing down there. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, is that gonna pick that up for me? No. No, but it did apparently kill him. Can I just do this? Yes, I can. I don't know if I can attack it or not, but I have no intention of doing so. We gotta wait for it to turn back around. Hey, can you throw us now? Ha ha. Get over here when I ask you to. Okay, too late. Okay. Note to self. To be faster, do better. I don't know. Okay, go this way, and then this is super easy. Wolf power, bad thing will probably won't. Okay, so it did. It did notice us. Fortunately, there was no way to see that coming, except for, however, I saw us coming. When, okay, fair. Where'd you go? Get over here. Yeah, let's maybe not die. Yeah, okay. We survived. You won't throw me in wolf form because you can't, I'm too big. I'm supposed to have come this way. Anyway, how do I mean, I know what I'm supposed to be doing here, but... Okay, just come over here and this keeps moving. Okay. So you go there. Now I'm gonna wait for this to come back. Remember, wolves don't take fall damage. We learned that. Probably should have made that one of the video titles, is wolves don't take fall damage. Maybe it's not too late. Or maybe it is too late. Who might have judged? Who might have known? Please go left. I can probably just get off to the top instead of... I was gonna say, if that killed him, so help me. So hard to know when he's supposed to move. It doesn't move very fast. Good thing I survived that fall, because if I didn't, I would have been very upset. Alright, now we just go this way. I'll probably be fine here. Or not. Okay, no, we were fine. Nah, nope, 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 please. Did you throw him down the hole? Don't sense any hostility from this guy. Chucks you down a hole. Oh, that's right, you throw us backwards. So we gotta catch you when you're going this way. So like right here should be fine, right? Probably could have just walked past that guy, but it's about sending a message, you know? Alright, let's keep going. Oh, we got some mushrooms here to jump up. Right, I know your tricks by now. Right there, I gotta go get some flower petals. It's very beautiful, the areas we're walking around. Alright, I don't actually know how to get down there. Okay, probably that's something to do with that. Get these guys up out of here. Grab you. Alright, let's go. To pick that up, I don't know what that is, but I probably need it later. Come on! Bat it around. Surely you can actually pick it up, right? Yeah, there we go. And I'm assuming this drops this down. Nope, okay. That's not gonna work either. What do I do here? Something in here I messed with it? Nothing up in any of these. Oh wait, do I just have to do this? Put it down and then I will. Oh, it's probably this, right? Okay. That was incredibly stupid of me in hindsight. But isn't everything stupid back in hindsight, you know? Okay, there's a lever there. Hey, you guys and falling blocks. I'm quite sure that's going to factor in. I don't know what to make of that, honestly. Guessing I gotta do some wolf platforming. I gotta knock one of these into your hands. Okay, you throw it there. Okay, now do we go up here? Is that the big mystery? Yeah, we gotta get it all the way up there. And then something will happen, probably. Also means I'm gonna have to be fast because it'll despawn. go. Okay, you catch it and throw it over to you, and you catch it and do nothing with it because you're a bum. Okay, how right was I? I mean, I know I was right. Let's just see what happens here. That certainly happened. Someone set that up. Like, that's not something that just accidentally happened. Somebody deliberately chose to make that happen. For you to turn back around and then you can throw us. Get over here. Right, we go some mushroom hopping. This does sound like an incredibly fun time. It's something that people should do more often in real life. But like, probably only the safe mushrooms. Do save here. Let's make sure we get this. Okay, so it's just a timing thing, I guess. Don't get eaten by that guy before you jump. Get eaten by that guy. He doesn't really eat us. Alright, we got another scarecrow to the next area. Now loading. While traversing through the cave, they came across a strange area filled with many holes, which looked like gaping mouths in the darkness. There might be something dangerous in them, the princess thought. To protect the prince, she stood in front of one of the holes and peered inside of it. Then, tons of small black creatures emerged from the holes. The princess and the prince soon found themselves completely surrounded. The prince, sensing the princess's alarm, seized her hand and braced himself. Don't move, the princess said, ready to find off the creatures. But the creatures only twisted their nostrils in curiosity. Maybe they're not harmful, the princess said. Just as she turned her back, the creature next to the prince opened its mouth wide. Don't eat him, the princess jumped at the creature and pushed it backwards, sending it flying into a rock wall. The creature, now the lump on its head, started to cry. Flower, it smells good and tasty. The creature only wanted to eat the prince's flower, not the prince himself. The prince tried approaching the crying creature. No, prince, it's too dangerous. Let me do it, the princess offered, not wanting him to know that the creatures were monsters. The creature quietly told her they were moles who lacked sight but had excellent sense of smell and loved flowers. Flowers don't bloom in the caves, they said, but sometimes the wind carries in the flower petals. Flowers are our favorite, but since they're so scarce, we fight over them when they come in. Some moles even died as a result. Dang, that's morbid. Adding that the creatures were moles, the princess relayed their story to the prince. Oh, I want to share my flower, but it's too important to me. I'm sorry. The moles became sad and made a high, pitiful squeals with their noses. Princess, why don't we get flowers for them? The prince suggested. The princess agreed. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go look for flowers. The moles stopped crying and became happy. Following the petals riding on the wind, the two set off to find another flower field. All right, let's go. It was actually a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. What is happening? On second thought, apparently, until mushrooms work out their physics, maybe we shouldn't go mushroom hopping in real life. Oh, he's dead. Forgot there was also a mushroom down here. Never mind, he's alive. Hey there, little buddy. What you doing? Alright, let's go. So, like, we're definitively still inside the caves. And the whole thing was that the flowers didn't grow in the caves. So how are we supposed to find a flower? Yeah, I definitely could have thought that more. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I just wanted to show you guys what not to do, of course. Because clearly you're playing this game alongside me, right? Bad. Okay. So I want this. Can't get up there on my own. It's okay. I guess I'm going this way first, actually. Hey, I got flowers. That was easy. And half bloom. Okay, I guess we got a flower for him, but it's too good for the moles. Or something. Die. Flower puddle. Okay, you're gonna have to do something for yourself for once. I know it's very hard for you, but I suppose we're gonna have to go back for the light, right? Okay, that was definitely what I thought was gonna happen. I wanted to scout there, and instead of not taking fall damage as a wolf, I decided to risk taking fall damage as my princess. Because, you know, it's a life without a little bit of excitement. Or something. Okay, you go over there, and I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to make much louder footsteps than normal for no reason. Really no telling what that's about. A bit of jumping to move in video games just saved me, because I definitely did not know there was a hole there. Probably would have reacted to it in time, but, like, now we'll never know. That happened. Still make me go all the way back. Okay. I assume you're supposed to be holding that because it did respawn with us. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't jump set too far enough the first time. That's okay. You sit there and I'll scout. Okay, you need fire. There's fire right there. Lantern over there. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so apparently we gotta do this. He's just throwing lanterns over there. Oh no, and there's just a massive pile, and every time it comes across them, it's gotta throw them for reasons. Okay, let's drop you down a bit. Raise you up a bit. Got it. Yes! That's gonna despawn before we get over here, isn't it? We already have a lantern. I didn't even need to. Oh no, because you gotta put that there to get him across, right? Does that count as on there? Yes, it does. I suppose we just have to wait because the mushrooms aren't gonna respawn in that time, even if the lantern does, right? He actually got on it in time that time. It usually doesn't happen. Bad birdie. And there's another one up there, but we'll just have to get that later. Alright, lantern went out, which sucks, but it happens. Bed birdie. Okay, I was gonna say we definitely needed to light that, but just a scarecrow right there. I should probably bring him with me. It's journey for one now. Princess gazed upon the flower field. Gasped upon arriving at the flower field. Flowers of every color were blooming, made even more radiant by the setting sun. It was the most beautiful sight she'd ever laid eyes on. It smells wonderful, doesn't it, Princess? Yeah, I've never really seen such a pretty field before. Really? Oh, I wish I could see it. Princess closed her eyes for a moment. She took it all in, wishing she could show it to the prince. Okay, let's pick some flowers. Got a lot of flowers and went back to the cave. I was more ecstatic at the flowers the princess and the prince had brought, and they began to jump around the pair, clamoring for the flowers. Also, that's just how the mole's mouth is open. Okay, I'm handing them out now. The princess gave a flower to each mole one at a time, but one mole was anxious and couldn't wait any longer. Chomp! The mole sank its teeth into the flowers the princess was holding. The princess was taken aback, but the mole didn't care and started chewing on the flowers. Nom nom, they're so yummy. The mole, who had already received their flowers, began consuming them in earnest. Happy humming could be heard from all around the cave. The prince was off to the side, telling one of the moles about the location of the flower field. Thank you so much, said the mole. Why don't you stay here for a bit? The moles then brought out some food for the princess and the prince, who were extremely grateful. That night, they returned to the flower field. The princess wanted to give a special flower to the prince. The lantern the prince held illuminated the field. The moonlight could occasionally be seen peeking from behind the clouds. As the princess gave the best flower to the prince, she took his hand, and he shyly squeezed hers in return. The princess felt warmth from the prince's hand and immediately forgot all of her troubles. She wished to keep things like this forever. For a moment, the princess completely let her guard down. The moonlight appeared from the clouds and shone on them. It shone on them briefly, but that was all that it needed for the princess's hand, still holding the princess, to change into a wolf's. A shivering feeling coursed through the prince's hand. It was the feeling of a monster that had both slashed the prince's eyes and gripped his arms. He tried not to cry out in fear. But why? Why had her hand changed into the monster's? The prince couldn't believe it. Could she be? The princess, she's the monster? He scrambled away from her. Wait, Prince, that's not... She tried to explain, but her words fell on deaf ears. Damn, now he's blind and deaf. No, don't come any closer. The prince moved further away, not knowing he was near the edge of a cliff. Prince, watch out! The princess leapt at him just before he fell and seized his hand. The lantern he was holding slid out of his grasp and tumbled down the cliff. Oh, we just started a fire. Prince, give me your other hand or you'll fall. The prince hung his head and didn't move. Princess, why did you lie to me? What are you talking about? Hang on, I'll pull you up. But she was too weak to lift him to safety. Are you really a monster? No, it's just your imagination. Maybe you got confused when I gave you that flower. The princess still felt guilty about lying to him, but she couldn't risk him knowing that she was really the monster that had blinded him. Please take my hand. She desperately tried to grab at the prince's other hand, but he did nothing but continued to hang his head. Misfortune then struck. The clouds hiding the moon vanished, bathing the two in pure moonlight. The spell was broken on the princess, and she fully reverted to the wolf. She had no excuse now. No, it's not. The prince felt a beastly paw holding his hand. His suspicions were confirmed. Why did you lie? The wolf couldn't think of anything to defend herself. Liar. What? You liar! Go of my hand, you monster. You're hanging off a cliff, you idiot. The wolf's eyes welled up with tears. Her words had cut deeply into her. She could barely breathe. Nothing had ever caused her heart so much pain before. The wolf inadvertently loosened her grip, and the prince swung his hand free. All she could do was stare at him falling down the cliff. Choosing to fall off the cliff rather than just hang out with the person who'd saved your life so many times is bold. The wolf kept staring at the spot where he had fallen, her mind completely blank. To what seemed like an eternity, a red light shone in the dark forest. Soon the forest turned to crimson. The fallen lantern was burning the forest. Wait, we actually started a forest fire? The wolf stepped out of her reverie when she heard trees burning. She heard, you didn't see. The prince is in danger. I've got to help him. Flames engulfed more trees and it rapidly spread. The wolf instinctively wanted to run away. Her body trembled. She hated fire more than anything, but if the prince died in this blazing inferno. Prince! Summoning all her courage, the wolf leapt into the burning forest. I almost just stood there for a minute waiting for more cutscene. I meant to do that, guys. It was cold. If that's just gonna go bad end or everybody died and you had to restart the game. I'm messed up with that, B. Why can't I make that jump? Skill issue, but like, why? What part of my lack of skills is the issue in this particular jump? Kidding me? I went back for that, and that wasn't even a collectible. Boop. Oh wow, that survived that. I expected not to make it there. That was kind of a pathetic jump. Okay, we can't go down that way because that's not how this works. We should, however, grab these. Will you throw this back for me? I don't want to hurt you guys. Hey, no! My frick, jerk. Now I do want to hit you. Don't let me block again, I dare you. Okay, no, that's the right direction, I was gonna say. Okay, now we go down. Dipstock. Okay. That's unfortunate. What's more unfortunate is now we gotta redo that. So like what you're supposed to do is probably just time it so that the Yetis will throw your thing for you. I don't have that patience, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, well, does that work? Okay, that was too close. Bam. Come up here and go down here. What are these guys? Raccoons? They definitely look like raccoons. I'm pretty sure that's what raccoons look like. Alright. Let's go. Okay, wrong way. This way. Gotta ride that one up more. Alright, there we go. Man, it's weird now looking around a bunch of dead weight. Okay, we for these guys to turn around. And no. And no. I don't actually know if they can take me down in wolf. No, I know. I guess that they probably can because the cloud guys do. Those don't leave me alone. This is purely to vent my anger, I guess. I didn't even think about that. Like, they don't usually bother me. Oh, that one did. Yeah, I was actually going to leave that one because I kind of respected it. Okay, we're going to have to do this. No, I kind of respect that guy's audacity to swing at the wolf. That worked. Nothing to me, you're garbage. Less than garbage. I keep thinking all these falling petals are collectible petals, and they're not. Hey, we got another section here. So I assume we've got this section, and then we'll probably have one section where we go to the finish going to the witch with the prince. Or not. Do I go this way? No, definitively do not. Oh, I was probably supposed to turn and back out of wolf form before I jumped there. Do the secret there, huh? But you know, it's good to experiment and try things, I guess. Even if that thing is just dying. Better to die in a video game than in real life, I guess. Okay, throw me up. I was gonna say, I've never seen that before. Oh, I can just change the way that you point. I can't actually take you down, though. I knew that was gonna happen, guys. I just wanted to keep you on your toes. You gotta pay better, closer attention, guys. Why? What is my problem with the corners of the sides of cliffs today? And gravity. I actually don't understand why I keep missing that mushroom. What is that I'm doing wrong? Am I supposed to just fall off the thing and immediately stop pushing buttons? Thing that's never been true before yet. Gone. Grab this and it's not going to kill me. Great. I don't know what just happened there, but I gotta go and transform to a wolf before it reaches me. That's cute. That's fun. I like that. Little race. Alright, we'll go this way, and I'm guessing there's something over here to grab, but not really. This is just really gonna make me walk a while. I look that way for a second, I guess. Yeah. No! Look that way. Stop yelling at me or whatever you're doing. No, no, no. Okay, so don't just off. You do have to time that. You can't just hope you get lucky. Okay, somehow that worked. Okay. I'll take it. We take those. Hitting the jump button. Why am I not jumping? Okay. Calm down. Keep going. Oh, you really don't want to face that way, huh? You face whatever way I tell you. It's the other way. You're so tough just because I can't kill you. Because I may not be able to kill you, but I can definitively keep hitting you forever. Okay, not forever. I don't think I have a controller that'll let me hit you forever, but... Actually, I do have 4A split pads. I have a turbo button, right? I'd have to open the game or download the game on my Switch 1 instead of my Switch 2, but... You know, even then, so... Not bad. Bad. Knock it off. Oh, come on. Why can't I just pick this stupid block up? I have big dumb hands. I'm aware of the concept of picking stuff up because I can ask the prince to do it. Why can't I do this? Get back over here. It's fine. Cool. I'm chill. Cool and chill. It's fine. It's fine. I did just spam deep up on the D-pad to see if I can ask myself to pick it up. Knew it wasn't going to work, but man, did I need to try. You ugly loser. You do that one more time, I will actually hook my Horus split pads up to this thing and just hit you forever. Probably not forever, but I can at least do overnight. Actually, another... Oh, no, I was going to say, I do have the MOBA pad adapters, so I can plug Switch 1 Joy-Con into my Switch 2, but that only works wirelessly, and the Tori split pad do not have wireless. Oh. Is that better? I don't know if that's necessarily better. You know what the downside of all of the weird physics just deciding to affect me differently today is that I saved myself there, and I was not supposed to do that. So... Why do you, like, not at all turn over? I don't want to stop moving because I fear the second I stop, it's just going to kill me. Okay. There was actually no reason to do that other than I wanted to use the right stick because I really like the way the right stick feels. Okay, we did it. Get on there. I gotta go back for that stupid pothole. I fall in this hole, so help me. We do this, but if we do that and then jump and then land there, okay. That didn't mean I was gonna be so upset. Right, Scarecrow, let's go. So when do we have more story? Nope. Yep. After desperately searching the burning forest, the wolf finally found the prince. Surrounded by fiery trees, he fearfully cried out for help. The wolf carefully approached the prince. Carefully. Prince, I came to help you, she said softly. princess, he didn't know how to respond. She was the one who had destroyed his eyes, yet she had overcome the fear of fire to save his life. Neither of them said anything. They could only stand near each other as the forest burned around them. Soon they heard a ferocious roar from far away. The burning trees fell and shook the entire forest. They looked to where the roar had come from. It had come from a giant monster that towered over the trees. It roared again, its roar filled with the utmost fury. Neither the wolf nor the prince had heard such a frightening monster before. There was commotion around them. Lots of living creatures scurried and hurried away from the monster. Items from the witch's collection were among them, shouting in panicked voices. Witch of the Forest is furious, one of the creatures yelled. Her collection was destroyed and she's on a rampage, just like back then. The forest will be reduced to ashes. Wolf and the princess turned to each other. The Witch of the Forest, the wolf pondered. It's my fault her things are gone, the prince said. How can I defeat her, the wolf thought. It wouldn't be easy to triumph over such a terrible monster. She considered taking the prince and running away. Princess, let's apologize to the witch. The wolf was startled at his suggestion. Apologize? If you do bad things, you have to apologize. Do bad things, you have to apologize, the wolf repeated. Come on, said the prince. Princess? The wolf hesitated, then nodded. Right, let's go. Now we can all be friends again. Yeah, I know there's a big monster near here because that's me. Alright. I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we're going to maybe have the boss fight of the game. Do we have to fight the witch? I don't know. Probably not. It doesn't feel like a very boss fight game. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.